To the second week of Kobe's Corner. I'm joined with Little Night Insider reporter Caleb Flores, and a lot of football over the weekend. Let's get right into it. Caleb, week 3 of college football wrapped up, and we saw some good games. But one major story is Georgia barely getting a win against Kentucky. Should we be worried?
Absolutely. Georgia only escaped in Lexington by 1 point, and looking up their next 6 games, they have Alabama, Texas, and Ole Miss all on the road. So they should face a tough challenge.
Yeah, definitely some tough opponents coming up. Also, the new AP poll came out this week. Is there any team that jumped or dropped that surprised you?
Not in particular. I think NIU being at 23 is definitely a story, and we'll see if they can hold that position.
Yeah, another Illinois team right behind them, Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, the Fighting Illini. So some good football being played in Illinois. Down into the swamps, the Florida Gators are 1-2 to start the season, and a lot of tough opponents ahead of them. What are your expectations for the team?
Florida definitely has one of the toughest schedules in college football. Coach Billy Napier is definitely on the hot seat. I'd say they're projected to win 2-3 games this season, and the only real standout and hype for Florida is their true freshman quarterback, DJ Lagway, who's the promise for the Swamp.
Yeah, college football is definitely a different type of game, especially when you're playing those ranked opponents. Now, moving on into Jacksonville, Jaguars now 0-2. What would you say is one of the problems they have? You know, you got Trevor Lawrence just signed that big contract as well, kind of not really living up to the hype. What would you say is one of the problems they have?
I can definitely back you up on that. Trevor Lawrence is labeled as generational coming into the league. He has not backed that up. But the Jaguars have lost 2 nail-biters to the Browns and Dolphins, 2 good teams. So I wouldn't be too worried about the Jaguars. I see them win about 6-7 games this season. They'll turn it around.
Staying in Florida, Tua Tagovailoa suffered another concussion, his 4th in 2 years. Is it time for him to hang it up?
According to many doctors, Tua is not in the best condition to play football anymore. 3 concussions in the league, 1 at Alabama. Even his former coach, Nick Saban, thinks that he should retire and prioritize his health over football.
Yeah, it seems like Tua is failing to protect himself on the field, so I think it's time to think for that future instead of the present. So I think as well he should retire. Going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you, Caleb, for joining me. We will see you next week for another segment of Kobe's Corner.